Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Terror in the Aisles challenge. This time, Jason and I watched Taxi Driver. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Taxi Driver is a 1976 film directed by Martin Scorsese. And Jason and I have no idea if it was actually officially featured in Terror in the Aisles. We did come across a list online, though, that included Taxi Driver. And with us being completists, we felt we needed to watch and review it. Plus, it's such an awesome movie, we really weren't relenting. Taxi Driver was set and filmed on location in New York City. Robert De Niro plays Travis Bickle, an ex-Marine and Vietnam War veteran. He has insomnia, so he takes a job at night, working as a taxi driver. He works 12-hour shifts, sometimes more, from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. The man who hires him is someone else familiar with the New York City setting, Joe Spinell from Maniac. Of course, Taxi Driver was filmed years before, but you know what I mean. Travis is unstable, to say the least. He is sick and tired of all the wrongdoings in the city. In other words, he wants to take out the trash. He's very much one-sided, too. His perception to Travis is reality. He believes in justice and righteousness, according to his own opinion. Travis becomes infatuated with a woman named Betsy, played by the beautiful Sybil Shepherd. She is currently campaigning for a senatorial candidate. Albert Brooks plays Betsy's friend Tom, also working on the campaign. Travis parks his taxi outside the campaign headquarters and watches Betsy. But Betsy catches Travis watching her. Despite this, she still agrees to go out with him when he asks. Although the courtship doesn't last long, since Travis really doesn't know how to socialize. He literally brings her on a date to a porno movie. To him, there was nothing wrong with that, but what Travis thinks is right in his mind. This sort of sets him off, as he now feels Betsy is just like the others. She's another representation of the trash society. Travis wants to make a difference. He wants to do something right. The opportunity strikes when a 12-year-old prostitute named Iris, played by Jodie Foster, gets into his cab. He witnesses Sport, her pimp, played by Harvey Keitel, pull her right out of the back seat. Travis didn't like what he saw. The taxi driver buys a gun and begins training. He starts working out, dieting, and shooting at the shooting range. He also shaves his head into the infamous mohawk that many people associate with this film. And then, well, he ultimately becomes a vigilante and goes on a killing spree. He has good intentions, of course. Travis Bickle, in his own mind, is doing the right thing. Let's leave it at that, and just say that Taxi Driver is another Scorsese masterpiece. It's a brilliant film that really leaves you thinking. To this day, fans of the movie and even film experts still discuss the ending. Taxi Driver was nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. It was also nominated for Best Score. The score is really unique, by the way. Robert De Niro was nominated for Best Actor, and Jodie Foster was nominated for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Unfortunately, the film didn't win any of the Oscars. It's such a shame, too. This movie is so good. De Niro was fantastic as Travis Bickle. I'd go as far as saying it's an iconic role of his. You Talking to Me may be one of the most famous movie quotes of all time. Jodie Foster, although with very little screen time, is very good. She was only around 13 or 14 years old when this movie was filmed. The New York City setting is like a whole other character. It's gritty and grimy, and you almost feel dirty watching the film. In many ways, Taxi Driver is still relevant to today's society, and that's scary. This is another one of those movies that should be seen by everyone, at least once. Chances are, though, after you have seen it, you'll want to watch it over and over again. This here is my Good Times VHS release, and I love this cover art. And my relatable recommendation is another Martin Scorsese film starring Robert De Niro, Cape Fear. Cape Fear is the 1991 remake of the 1962 horror film of the same name. De Niro plays another absolute maniac in this one, named Max Cady. Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, and a very young Juliette Lewis also star. This is a truly scary movie about a convicted rapist who is released from prison and seeks revenge on the lawyer who defended him. Max Cady feels he didn't receive a fair trial, so he takes it out on his lawyer's family. Just like he tells him, you're gonna learn about loss when you watch Cape Fear. Have you seen Taxi Driver? I hope you have. If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. You talking to me? No, we're talking to you. And we'll be back soon with the next review for the Terror in the Aisles Challenge. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.